Count Murcielago, yes, apparently nobody heard us except you and I. I could call the youths on TikTok. They need my wisdom. Well, we've just gone live on TikTok as well as YouTube, so we'll see what happens here. We'll give them a shout out. That's what to do. Yeah, we had that wonderful chat, Count Murcielago, and the platform failed us. I tell you, Raz, Carlson, Nicole, David, and Anne have all just joined us, guys. Welcome, 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 I say, to Scottie Mcclue, saying dinky do to every single one of you. That's what it's all about. I love Topsway, the way you go, yes, the youth's on TikTok. Right, time for a general sup. General sup, guys. Greetings, Sir Scottie of Scotland. This is brilliant, guys. I'm glad you came back, Scottie. The bandwidth looks fine. Tups is all right because that's us live on both channels now. Big style. Hi again, Topsway. Hi, Susan. We'll maybe get a call from Topsway in a wee while. Well, maybe not. Maybe that would be too much bandwidth. I tell you. But no, they're coming and joining us here. This is absolutely wonderful. I love it. I tell you. Hi, Susan, says Topsway. Fantastic. So, Tups, where did we get to? We got to Murcielago's call, and then it just died. We've got to keep an eye on that, but thank you for telling me. As soon as I saw it had gone, suddenly found I was talking to myself, and I thought, and the audience were going, and I thought, what's happened here? Was it something I said? It was close to the start of the call. So you heard the call start. And we're talking about all the wonderful things in the age of innocence, from that point of view. It's cool, Scottie. We've been chatting to each other in the text box. We have Topsway. We don't want to overload the system. Plus, you need a night off. Hello, Scottie. I'm from Northern Ireland. Ollie, we're loving having you with us from Northern Ireland. Welcome, 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 I say. There you go, our Scottie. I'm all tapped out. How fantastic. Do you know, the other night, guys, on the TikTok, we got 71,000 likes. So for any half-wit that go, I don't know what Scottie's doing. Social media, I should be back in the radio. Huge. I used to love it when you cut folk off the phone in back in the day. I wait to see you kick someone on here. Flying Scotsman, the problem we've got on here is the people are so lovely and so clever that you don't need kicked off. You see, that's an occupational hazard for me. Too many beautiful people joining Scottie Mcclue. Carrot fella, our Scottie giving it large. I thank you very much. I'll be a dafty next time, Topsway. You would struggle to be a dafty. So there you are, and you'll be going, oh, the missus would disagree, all that stuff. But no, Flying Scotsman's laughing. Well, there can always be a first. Oh, Flying Scotsman, don't tempt me. Hello from the Philippines. Why do you support Trump? Because everybody sensible, Sky, supports Trump. Because the man is going to get us peace, step one. The others are going, we'll fight on. And of course, it's seen as a distraction from what's going on at home for a lot of countries. I tell you, I'm not a dafty, I'm a carrot. I'm not an orange, I'm a carrot, is his handle. Scottie, remember when we talked about Queen Victoria 5 years ago? We did. Yes, absolutely. She died on, was it the 6th of January, 1901, at 6:30 in the evening. Trump is Scottish blood, so it makes sense he's a good guy. Oh, no, he is a good guy. I mean, look at what he's doing in America. Hello, Kamraha, says Dead Star. Love your accent, says the man. Well, it's not really an accent, it's just the way I speak. Good evening, pal. Good to see you again, top man. Love your bunnet, buddy. Dinky doo. There's somebody with a modest handle calling themselves Jesus Christ. It might be the man. Thank you, hearty dinky. Yes. I love you, says user 273. I thank you. You've just got a defined an accent. Kello. Sorry, pardon me. Kello from... Sorry, a wee cough there. Hello from Oklahoma. Kello or Cello. Cello, how lovely. Have I got it right? Is it Cello? From Oklahoma, when the wind comes sweeping down the plain, and the waving wheat does sure swell sweet, as the wind comes right behind the rain. We are the ones with the accent. Yeah, Melinda. Do you have an accent, honey? Good job. You're no for Aberdeen or the Highlands. We wouldn't understand you. Well, they're fit to bed. Chuff, now they're flying Scotsmen. I didn't see why you wouldn't understand us. For Aberdeen and speaking of Doric, eh? To speak of Doric? Are I right good Queen Anne's in here behind tonight, I'll tell you. Aye, I tell you. Now there you are, Flying Scotsman's laughing away. Mind to tell your TikTokers I'm buying a Cadillac for the first US caller. Tucks away. You don't know your own generosity. I take it we're talking a dinky toy. I remember calling into your radio show many years ago. Hello, young man, Saxon here from the southwest. God bless Scotland. Sparkle Jeremy, lovely to have you with us. Pardon me, that's me having my tea. Have a general sup of tea, folks. Oh, that's bliss. I can tell you. Sup taken, not tea. No, you surprised me, Tatsuhi. You're not having tea at this time of night at 22:09. Yes, we don't have an accent. You do, dinky, do. Trump should run for the UK. I'll tell you, I think he'd get in. They'd have a job stopping him, you know, fantastic. Can you just imagine? Okay, welcome to the UK. We're going to weed out any corruption. Not that we hope to find any, but we'll be doing that. We'll be checking if anybody gets a backhander. We'll be seeing how much money you're sending abroad. The dinky doos of Scottie Mcclue. We'll be checking all the consoles. All the political parties. Can you see it? Can you imagine? Remy Pat has just sent me a lovely join my team Dinky Doo Floaty. Darren, Dinky Doo. Hello, sir, do you miss me? Milo, everybody misses you. Dinky Doo, Sir Scottie Mcclue, Mr. UK, are you not fabulous? My tea is room temperature. I know what you mean, Flying Scotsman. Do you know, I think it must be about 10 years since I actually had a hot cup of tea. Does anybody else get this? Just as you've made a cup of tea, the phone goes. And you think, oh, I'll not be long. I'll leave it just to brew and I'll pop back. And then you put a bit of milk in and then you think, well, I'm not wasting this. It's a bit cool. Glug, glug. Scotty, I'd be no surprise if Trump just takes the UK. Well, Makilagi, if he does take the UK, we'd probably all be a lot better off. You know, because he believes in decency and people getting a quality of life. I make a cup, sit down at the PC and forget it for 10 minutes. Or another one you can do. If you're watching me on your telly, guys, I would urge all of you to have a look at Scottie Mcclue on the telly. So you'd go, the Scottie Mcclue Talk Show, Alexa, Scottie Mcclue, MCCLUE, because there is another Scottie that pops up. And, you know, it's nothing to do with me. I was in the off sales earlier, Scottie, and the girl serving paid £2.50 for a coffee, and it ended up cold as the shop got busy. The poor soul. Charlie, I've never seen anything like it. I was going to my work on the train for a while, and at 7:30 in the morning, in the central station. People were wandering about with a big cup of coffee that they'd probably paid about, I don't know, £3.50 for or something. And I thought, get up earlier and have a shower, get your clothes on, get shaved. Except, well, if you're a lady, you might not need to shave. And all that stuff. International Women's Day. See what I just did there. And, make a coffee. And then one day I was following a car. And it started to weave a bit. I thought, oh, that's dodgy. I wonder if they've been drinking. Anyway, eventually the car got on the motorway. And I looked over, and there was an old woman drinking out a mug in her car. It just beggars belief. Yes, make your own coffee, save yourself money. We wouldn't have had back in the day. Charlie, £3.50 for a coffee. Let's all just sober up. I think we need a coffee. Mr. UK, I'm reading, I haven't had coffee for 44 years. There's an old friend of mine on a Sunday said, are you all right, son? I said, tummy's a bit sore because I've been drinking beer the night before. And he said, what have you had? I said, just a coffee. He went, oh, no, don't drink coffee. And he was busy helping himself to one of these wine boxes. You press the wee tap and you get a glass of red or white, I suppose. Yes, make your own coffee, absolutely. You can pay $5 in the shops. So I do the grinding and dripping here at home. I need a roaster. Oh, Melinda. Thank you very much. I used to listen every night, says BHE. Oh, boy. That was actually some show. Do you know, right now, when I talk to people, they all remember that show. And it's 30 years ago. Well, not the big ones down south. They'd be about 15 years ago or some of that, things like that. Charlie Andrews says, snobbery and a robbery. Well, no, at Sheffield Hallam FM in Sheffield, covering Barnsley and Chesterfield. That's Yorkshire, Scotty, that's Yorkshire. I loved that station. Loved all my stations, guys. There was never any reason for Scottie Mcclue not to be on the radio, and there still isn't. I tell you. So people go, did you get kicked off? No, we didn't get kicked off. Was it not something you said? No, nothing I said. So sober up. Go away and make your wee story up somewhere else. I wouldn't entertain these coffee places. I tell you, Scottish blend tea with a Mcclue's pie. Bliss. Bobby from Bearsden. You're 100% correct. That's like the guy that was at the Old Firm football match, Old Firm Derby. And he went up to the chuck wagon because they were having a certain savoury drink and a pie. And she said, right, what can I get you? Glaswegian for, what can I do for you, sir? Right, what can I get you? And he goes, I'd like mentioning the savoury drink. And a pie, please. Oh, and a kind word. So she goes, right, there your drink, there your pie. And he said, and what about my kind word? I wouldn't eat the pie. Hello, thank you. I'm reading Stanley Baxter's autobiography. The real Stanley Baxter, brilliant read. I recommend it. Anything to do with Stanley Baxter, I would highly recommend. Wonderful man. He's another one, you see, that was never off the telly. And then suddenly it all stopped and people said, shows were quite dear to run and load of rubbish. Stanley Baxter, outstanding entertainer, genius. He looked more like Her Majesty the Queen than Her Majesty the Queen when he did his Her Majesty the Queen impersonation. You should do the famous chick young joke about the Ayrshire. Well, that's an older, the Chick Murray, I think you mean, Tuxley. Chick Murray. Yes, Chick Young is a wonderful footballer. Football commentator. Yes, indeed. Wonderful Chick Young. Well, Chick Murray used to do the joke. I went into the butcher's and said, have you got a sheep seed? Said, no, it's just the way a partner here. Do you not think a mug of tea tastes better outside? Also, I miss pies here as well. I need to bake my own. Count Marcolago, of course. Virtually every shop in Scotland you could get a pie. A Mcclue's pie. Sorry, it's the start saying, not well, Chick Murray, yes. You're right, love Stanley Baxter. Mr. UK, Dinky Doo Flow Tie. Now, what have we got? Who else have we got here, guys? Busy stuff. Now, here's a dafty. Sky. Trump is a disgrace to democracy. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Right, Sky. Let's just take a look at this sensibly, rather than your sort of negative bias, right? Trump has just been voted in democratically. He's the democratically elected President of the United States. POTUS 47. Everybody should now get behind us. And how can a party call themselves Democrats and have a go at the democratically elected person? Right? So I would say every Democrat should get behind Trump and let's bring world peace. How could he ever be a disgrace to anything when all he's done is start to drain the swamp and send the corrupt people flying for their lives? All right? And he's now negotiating world peace when other people are trying to negotiate a war. So I think, Sky, come on, get thinking, dear. I'm not going to insult you and say, get yourself an education and all that, but seriously, have a look at the situation and think, wow. Yes, I tell you. Now, remember when the late Queen Elizabeth II passed away 3 years ago this year? Scott Mass, I made the announcement to the whole of the internet 15 minutes after the palace had announced it. So what about that? Because they were all a bit cagey until they could actually say they thought, we think she may have gone. But they weren't getting all the gen out there. I tell you, the best cup of tea is after something to eat. Well, the Flying Scotsman had a lovely old auntie. She was from Argyll, but she'd picked up a Glasgow accent. She'd lived in Glasgow all her married life. And she would say at the end of her meal, we'll just have a cup of tea to wash it doon. That ain't no Scottish accent, says TikTok. TikTok, 100% Scottish accent, born and bred. This is what you call a Greenock accent with a touch of Mary Hill. That's the one. It was quicker. That was quicker than the BBC announced it. Yes, Mr. UK, you'll see it. If you scroll down my videos, Scottie Mcclue announces the death of Her Majesty the Queen. So there you go. I think I could even find it now. But if you scroll down the videos, you will see the announcement. I tell you, all we want's peace for everyone. It's nice to have absolute Flying Scotsman. And when have you ever seen a politician of the calibre and quality of Donald J. Trump? Wonderful. Wonderful. Nothing to touch him. The man's a genius. I would work for him in a heartbeat. And I can't say that about any other politician. Because most of them I wouldn't have anything to do with. I tell you, thank you, Paris, stinky do. McAllister, I can't do that. You have to do it. Yes, because we call it the Scottish play. And I don't want bad luck. You don't actually name the play. Good job understanding the Doric. I seen a good Kenny and about a regular step to sail now with a lot of stuff aching and another to dispose of. So we'll bed fit as quick as possible. Let's get finished before it's dark. Now, in order we may have as harmonious a start as possible, we'll begin by selling the old organ. Shove for it the organ, will it? There's a fine three-wheelers double-bellis family organ. Been in the Brimner family 75 years, since real seasoned. Now, fits that, Willie? Oh, any of the pedals is missing. Well, that's a bonus, because you'll just hate to use a fit. What did you say, Willie? Oh, any of the teeth's missing and so, well, that's good, because you'll need some money notes to finger. Now, fit can we say for the organ? £4 a Is it you, Jock? You're saying needing to check your extravagance. How's that? Does anybody understand that? Trump's not a polariton. He's a businessman. Or politician. He's a businessman. The world's running business. Flying Scotsman, that's why it's so good. The man can actually make a deal. See, I can remember somebody said to me when we were studying international affairs and politics, they said, now, Scotty, as a rule, politicians don't do anything. They just talk about it. Right? And I thought, that's interesting. This is me getting trained, classically trained, international affairs. So I thought, well, that's interesting. But you look at Donald J. Trump, he actually does it. He's going signing all these executive orders. And woe betide anybody that doesn't carry them out. Hiya, sorry, Dinky Doo from Italy. I need a Glasgow teacher. You're the chosen one. Scasa caso. I would love to teach you. It's no problem. See. Ciao. Now, who have we got here? Give us a wee tune on the box, Scotty. I might do that. Good evening, Scotty. So Sheffield Wednesday FC. Lovely to have you with us Wednesday. Fantastic. We're not going to be up for much longer, guys. We're going to have to dash. Give us a wee tune in the box. Thank you, Paris. My old man liked your radio show. No ice-cold lager on this Saturday. Rainy here in Louisiana. Spin City Live. We love you in Louisiana. I can tell you. What was the song? Oh no, that was Meet Me in St. Louis. Do you remember that one? Meet me in St. Louis, Louis. Meet me at the fair. Thanks for coming back on, Scotty. Very considerate of you. That's why not at all. I could not leave my beautiful viewers without that. And as I say, get it on your telly. Alexa, Scottie Mcclue talk show. No, Mcclue, MCCLUE. And up it'll come. You'll get all the movies, guys. You can watch the movies on the YouTube channel. Scotty, are you mass debating? Well, there's a huge mass of us, the troll legend, and we are debating. So, yes would be the answer for that. I have an Oklahoma accent, says Cello. Cello, we love it. It's Oklahoma. Is it just laid back cool? Tell us how it goes. We love it. I love England and Scotland. Who sent me a heart? Me, Remy, thank you. We never asked for anything. If anyone's feeling flush, there's a wee goal on the TikTok there. And if you wanted to pop something in, what about the other night? 71,000 likes. Whoa! Felt like Donald Trump there in my cap. What's the thoughts on Trump? We love him, troll legend. There's one or two dafties that don't understand what he's doing, but by and large, we all love him. Guys, see on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and then go to the bottom of the picture and give me a thumbs up. I think it looks like that. We absolutely love Trump. He's going to be a huge one, and he's going to save the world. We love him. Thank you, Melinda. Guys, I'm going to give you a tune. If I've got the squeeze box. There we go. Because I'm going to have to go. We've been up for an hour and a half on the YouTube channel. So there we are. I went in here. What would you like? This is for the lovely Melinda Lemon. This is for you, Melinda. Did you like that? A wee tune in the squeeze box for all the beautiful, beautiful people. Guys, we're going to have to dash now. Hashtag stay fabulous. Just remember, you are beautiful people and I love you. Thanks for watching tonight. It's been an absolute blast. Dinky-doo. Ta-ra-las. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ba-ba. One more chance.